That son of a bitch! Why, Triple H? You son of a bitch! Why? Tell me why! Damn Triple H! Damn his soul! You son of a bitch!
Welcome back to the MVP's Lounge. I am your host, as always, the King. And thank you guys for liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, all those good stuff. Hey, man, look, we're on the road to 1K. We're at 875, and we got to get to 1K before the end of October. So let's do it, man. We can do it together, all right? Just continue to do what y'all been doing, liking, sharing it, so we can get these subscriptions up, all right? We in Subtober. All right? Cool. Now that all the casual stuff is out the way, AEW WrestleDream is this Saturday. No, this is not a predictions video, but this is a preview of what the card currently is. Before Tony Khan ends up adding like 10 more matches after Wednesday. So we're gonna show you what that look like right now. All right. So this is the card so far. Okay, nothing too crazy. You know what I'm saying? Something light. Okay, yeah, I mean, Tony Khan, look, let's just keep it at this. What is that right now? But then again, I think he might want to add an extra one. He's usually got this whole MO with like 9 matches or more sometimes. So yeah, currently I believe this is, let's see, let's do a little counter right now. Let's start from the bottom here. So the bottom, you probably won't be able to see that too well. You know what? Hold on. Let me pull this up in a better view for y'all. Let's get this in a better view for y'all real quick. We doing this on the fly because we can. We do what we want over here in the MVP's Lounge. Let's say that right now. And nobody can tell us otherwise. All right. Let's pull this up on the screen. All right, and then let's zoom all the way in. Let's get all kinds of zoom. Kind of scroll down. No, I can't. All right, so we got to zoom all the way in. Say less. All right, extreme zoom. Jesus Christ. All right, and then let's share screen. All right. Think that should have worked. There we go. That works way better now for y'all to see. 10 times better. Okay, cool. So on the pre-show, we're getting Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford versus Willow and Harley Cameron. Okay, so as expected, like when I did that whole AEW Collision recap and the whole attack and everything, it's as I expected. So Harley Cameron will be tagging Willow to face off against Penelope and Megan Bayne. Again, this is like building towards those tag team titles and all that. So yeah. On the pre-show though, again, Willow on the pre-show. The Willow fans will not be happy about this. I'll tell you that right now. And also on the pre-show, FTR up against Speedball and Kevin Knight. I mean, listen, sometimes you all just can't get on the card. You were on the card last pay-per-view, and now you're, on the pre-show. Hey, man, look. Streets need a body, all right? Streets needed a body for this one. Let's see. All right. So, as I wanted, I got what I wanted. Trios match, Her Syndicate, and The Demand. Once again, I love it. Now, personally, I would have made this a elimination style match. They're probably not going to add that factor in. I would have added that factor in. So here's what I would do for this match if this is me doing this. After this point, this is the end of The Demand and Her Syndicate, getting in contact with each other for a while. So what I'm doing here is this. Her Syndicate, they got to win this feud because I'm kind of running low on babyface top guys at the moment. So I'm kind of going to need Bobby Lashley to turn into that guy and be that next big guy on the way up top for the baby faces. So here's what's going to happen. If I was booking it my way, trios match elimination style. They have the match, you know, they're going wild, tornado tagging, all that stuff. They're going wild, they're going crazy. No weapons involved, though. You know, the announce table probably, but that's at best. But they're going wild, and then you have the demand side. You have the GOA pretty much eliminate Shelton, and then you have Ricochet eliminate MVP. You know, you do that stuff, and then your last member left is Bobby Lashley, and Bobby Lashley will now have to turn into Teflon and beat all of the demand on his own, which will now propel him to that main event spot going forward. And then, you know, MVP is going to add, you know, some new members to the group, and then, you know, get a whole thing where the Her Syndicate gets bigger, and then now everybody can hold the belts and yada yada yada, spiel. But that's how I would do it. You know, that way, like, GOA and the man will still look dominant by getting rid of Shelton and the MVP. And then now when you get to Bobby Lashley, now Bobby Lashley gets to, you know, supercharge power up and find a way to take out the demand on his own. Cool beans. That's how I would do it. That's just me. All right. Also going on to the next match on this card. Let's just scroll up a little bit. There we go. Jamie Hayter against Thekla. Hey man, this match was a long time coming. Okay, this match has been built since she debuted, and the first person she took out was Jamie Hayter. So they've been beefing for a minute, and almost as long as Queen Aminata. So this match was bound to happen. I'm glad it's actually having a pay-per-view. So yeah, this match is gonna be fire. I'm pretty sure. Now, the funny match on this card, the Bucks versus Jurassic Express for the 500K. As we know, the Bucks, they're broke, man. They need some Skrilla, and they begged Tony for some money. So, hey, Tony Khan said, all right, you want money? You got it. Right there in that match. You win that match, you get your 500K. So, we get Jurassic Express on a pay-per-view up against the Bucks. Haven't had that in a minute, haven't we? So, 500K is on the line. 500K is on the line. Let's scroll up here. Jon Moxley and Darby Allin in an I Quit match. We just know already off rip they about to be wild in this match. They're gonna do any and everything to make the other person say I quit. Okay, so that's gonna be wild. I'm telling you right now, and I'm pretty sure you already know. Brodito, tag team champions. They held the L on this past Dynamite, and Bandito wasn't feeling too good about himself, you know, letting his team down. But Brody King let him know, hey man, it's all right. We gonna still come out on top at WrestleDream. That's how they feel. But unfortunately, they're up against the unified champion Kazuchika Okada and the new IWGP heavyweight champion Konosuke Takeshita. I'm gonna be real here. This match could lead to, you know, Okada versus Takeshita. I feel like they might have some problems in this match. They're gonna end up losing, and then this is gonna cause the beef and the rift in the Don Callis family already with these two. And it could set up Okada versus Takeshita for that IWGP belt. And if you end up having that match, throw that Wrestle Kingdom. Throw that hole in the Tokyo Dome, right? Throw that hole in the Tokyo Dome. My boy Kyle Fletcher he's up against Mark Briscoe. Jesus Christ. Mark Briscoe. You know, he exists. Kyle Fletcher, you know, y'all, yeah, I know how I feel about Mark Briscoe. I'm kind of sick of seeing him. So, yeah, there's that. Tony Storm and Chris Statlander. Hey, they've had a whole lot going on ever since Chris won that belt. So, we're gonna see if Chris Statlander is really worthy of holding that title, because she's going one-on-one with Tony Storm for the first time ever. It's gonna be great. And then right here, directly at the top of the marquee, Hangman Adam Page versus Samoa Joe for the AEW World Championship. It's gonna be a banger, man. It's gonna be a banger. telling y'all right now. Can't tell already. It's gonna be fire. But with all that being said, that's only 8 matches with 2 on the pre-show. So, judging by Tony Khan's usual MO, hold on, let me just try to screen. No, there we go. All right, judging by Tony Khan's usual MO, he usually likes to add like 9 to 10 matches, as I said. And then the pre-show will usually be about like 3 to 4 matches. So I think we're gonna get one more pre-show match, and we might get one more match added to this card. Personally, I think that 8 and the 2 pre-show matches is perfectly fine. Like, I don't think nothing else needs to be added to this show that I can think of. I mean, I was trying to think of any more feuds that were going on at the time on Dynamite, and I can't really think of anything at the moment. Yeah, no, yeah, can't think of anything. I mean, unless you're trying to shoehorn Kenny on there, but I don't think you want to throw Kenny in. Kenny's already having like hella matches already as it is. I don't think you want to throw him on this card yet. You can throw him on the next one for the next show. So yeah, nah, it's fine. Tony Khan, you can leave it at 8 matches. I know you're not going to, but you can leave it at 8 and leave those 2 pre-show matches there, and that's it. You don't need to do too much, but he'll add one more. But yep, that was the AEW WrestleDream card preview for you guys. Y'all let me know what matches you're most excited for it to see. And let me know if there's a match that you think should be added to this card and not, left off. Or do you think one of those pre-show matches should be on the main card? Yeah, would you swap out a match that's on the main card for the pre-show matches? Let me know about that one too. Let me know about that one as well. All right. But with that being said, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share to the channel. And check out the live streams. If you're a sports fan and you like talking NFL, I'm a Cowboys fan, so I'm gonna talk Cowboys. But if you show up in the chat talking about a different team, I'll talk about it with you, But that's for the sports live streams I'm gonna be doing. And then for wrestling related stuff, I'm gonna be doing a WWE 2K Universe mode pretty soon. Check the community post for the rules on and regulations on that and how I'm gonna put characters in. If you have a character that you want to add to it, by all means submit it down there and I'll add it to it. Okay, just make sure you follow the instructions that's in that community post. But with that being said, I'm about to dip out. So again, I'm gonna repeat the same thing I said in the beginning. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. We're on the road to 1K, and I'll see y'all next time in the MVP's Lounge. Peace.
Damn! He ain't gonna be a
MVPs.